Hey guys, so this video is about Loggerhead, and basically she's a healer, but we want to know how good is her healing is and which team she belongs to. But to first understand how her healing works, we need to understand her insight. So insight 1, when allied character trigger memory replay, gain 1 stack of clear hit. We will talk about clear hit later, and that's for 2 rounds. And at the end of the round, you also gain another stack of clear hit. And all allies in memory replay will recover 1.2% of max HP per stack of clear hit, because 1.2% is extremely low. Like you have 10,000 HP, 1.2% just 120, which make no sense if it's not per stack. And I've translated the Chinese stacks. It is per stack, so there's a mistake here, probably typo or something in Preden's website. So please be careful because 1.2% is extremely low. So usually if you have maximized clear hit, which is 20 stacks, you get about 24%. If you have higher portrait, you can go up to 34%. And per stack also increases the healing done up to 60%. So Loggerhead will be able to heal about from 2000 to 4000 HP, which is actually pretty good. And for her insight tree, for each negative status applied when allied character actively casts an incantation, so follow-up attack does not. So you have to be actively cast. Loggerhead will gain 1 stack of clear hit. So there's a few ways she can gain clear hit. One, from actively casting. Second is by the end of the round, she just simply gain 1 stack. And when memory replay is triggered, you get 1 stack per trigger of memory replay. So what is memory replay? Memory replay comes from her skill 2, give it a try. And what happened is that it's considered a counter. So it grants memory replay to the target and a unit behind the target for 2 rounds. So which means if you use this skill, you will provide the buff on the character and the character behind it. And at the end of the round, only both of them heal. Okay, only both of them heal. Now, if you want everyone to heal, which means first you have to cast on the, let's say you are casting it on the character in position 1. Then the character in position 2 will also get that buff. So now that buff lasts for 2 rounds, and now is the next round. So now the buff is left with 1 duration, and now Loggerhead cast it on the unit in position 3. So now the unit in position 4 will have the buff for 2 rounds, whereby 1 and 2 will have for 1 round. So now everyone has it. And for the next round, the character in position 1 and 2 will already cancel, which means you have to reapply. So if you want to use Loggerhead effectively as a healer, you need to give her at least 1 AP every single turn. So she's not that AP friendly for a healer compared to, some other healer that we have. So for her, she still need 1 AP. So memory replay is a counter. Damage taken reduction plus 15%. And why is it a counter? Because if any character that has this buff got attacked, then they will apply 1 random collection of negative status, and that lasts for 2 rounds. So what is in the collection of negative status? It includes rigidity 1 stack, poison 1 stack, and burn 5 stacks. As for her skill 1, which probably you won't really use, because usually you put her in a team with a lot of attacker that can inflict negative status, so she doesn't really have to actively take an action, because if she does, then you are kind of like wasting AP, because she is not supposed to be the main DPS. So anyway, you use S1, which is take a look, the one on the right side. Is 1 target attack, deal 200% mental damage, and apply 2 random collection of negative status. Or you use the ultimate, which every 5 round if you are like reapplying the counter or the healing buff every round. So you take 5 rounds to get 5 Moxie. It's a max attack, deal 400% mental damage to all enemies, and also apply to random collection of negative status. So this is actively cast. But like if you have other character like 6, or you have like J, not J. J doesn't really do that much because it's only when J uses his S1 that there's a negative status which is burn that's applied, and it's only to one target. Like Poison Team or Noir, okay? But we haven't talked about Noir yet, but do keep in mind that basically Loggerhead is kind of like built for Noir. And Liang Yue will also be able to inflict multiple poison and burn, which then will help Loggerhead gain a lot of stacks. And we have NN Lee, especially NN Lee Euphoria, which makes everyone able to inflict some form of negative status. Isol as well with pre-ignition, I believe it should work. So basically, you would put her in these teams with that deals with negative status. She will be fine. It's just that she used a bit more AP than she should. So if your team is really AP hungry, then it's not a good idea to put her in. So should you build her? Well, since she only functions in certain more AP friendly teams, personally I don't really like that. If I want a healer, I want them to be more AP friendly, like Bebbles, and then we have Fatutu with the Moxie gain and everything. So I have more than enough healers and sustain, and also my healers are more AP friendly than Loggerhead. So I'm not so interested to actually build her. But if you really lack of a healer, like you're a new player or something, and you're gonna pull on Liang Yue's banner, then it's okay to build her up. She can function as a healer for some of your teams and in Reverie as well. Alright, so basically that's all for this video. And again, Liang Ye will be tomorrow. So good luck with your pool and have a good day.